both in the primary, secondary, and higher educational levels, to promote understanding and love in ASEAN from a young age. Continue to foster the ASEAN Youth Leadership Development Program and similar programs with the same objectives, and encourage networking among ASEAN Youth Programs alumni to promote solidarity and mutual understanding, support learning of ASEAN languages, and promote exchanges of linguists. Establish ASEAN University Games, ASEAN Youth Peace Corps, ASEAN Computer Games, and ASEAN Science Olympiads to promote greater interaction and understanding among the youth in the region. Continue implementing youth awards program such as the ASEAN Youth Day Award, and establish 10 accomplished youth organizations in ASEAN, or TAYO ASEAN, to recognize outstanding individuals and youth organizations significantly contributing to the promotion of ASEAN ideas and values among the youth across the region. ASEAN will work towards establishment of an ASEAN Youth Program Fund to fund the various youth projects and activities in ASEAN. Establish platforms for networking and sharing of best practices on ASEAN children and youth development, strategies and tools.
We've passed 40 years, so we're over middle age. It's a region full of dynamics. It's a region that has proven itself that it can survive, regardless of what other people say. Oh, that's just an association that probably won't last for long. But hey, we show the world that through ASEAN we maintain the stability, we maintain peace, we maintain prosperity and growth in ASEAN. So it has benefited a lot of peoples in the region, and I believe that with the determination now that we have created stronger pillars, we've created stronger cooperation among the nations, it will continue to grow and become an even stronger association, a unity of people in the Southeast Asian region.
In terms of social welfare and protection, ASEAN is committed to enhancing the well-being and the livelihood of the peoples of ASEAN through alleviating poverty, ensuring social welfare and protection, building a safe, secure, and drug-free environment. Poverty alleviation is an important subject because most ASEAN peoples still live in poverty. Poverty is thus both a social and economic issue in the same society and in the same person. ASEAN will build a socio-cultural community that is committed to promoting social justice and mainstreaming people's rights into its policies and all spheres of life, including the rights and welfare of the disadvantaged, narrowing the development gap, ensuring environmental sustainability. ASEAN shall work towards achieving sustainable development. What must be protected are the splendid natural resources and environment of the earth that must be saved for later generations, not destroyed uncaringly by a community based simply on economic prosperity. The ASEAN community will manage their environment through management and conservation of soil, water, mineral, energy, biodiversity, forests, coastal and marine resources, as well as the improvement in water and air quality for the ASEAN region. ASEAN will actively participate in global efforts towards addressing global environmental challenges, including climate change and the ozone layer protection, as well as developing and adapting environmentally sound technology for development needs and environmental sustainability. ASEAN global environmental issues must not impinge on competitiveness or social and economic development based on the principle of equity, flexibility, effectiveness, and common but differentiated responsibilities, respective capabilities, as well as reflecting on different social and economic conditions. The Southeast Asian region has haze pollution problems from forest fires and sometimes dust from volcanic eruptions, causing pollutions across ASEAN countries. ASEAN has management initiatives to prevent transboundary environmental pollution, as well as prevent the transport of toxic waste or material, namely ASEAN Agreement on Transboundary Haze Pollution, ASEAN Peatland Management Initiative. ASEAN will be clean, green, and prosperous, living in harmony with the environment. ASEAN's tradition embraces values and morality that is closely intertwined with the environment. The ASEAN Center for Biodiversity, or ACB, was established in 2005 and is located in Laguna Province, 60 kilometers south of Manila City, Republic of the Philippines. Its responsibilities include information gathering, knowledge management, studies, and to coordinate all ASEAN and world environmental networks.
The ASEAN Center for Biodiversity was created because of an expressed need by countries to commit themselves to addressing biodiversity issues. It was highlighted by the fact that that the 10 members of the ASEAN are signatory to the Convention on Biodiversity, which is a product of the Rio Convention. And therefore, there are obligations and commitment to that convention by the country. So the center is more or less created to provide a facilitative role so that countries would be able to comply with their commitments and see to it that their obligations are met with respect to the convention. So that's in a nutshell how the center was created. Of course, the ASEAN itself is a very unique region because of its rich biodiversity, and with all the development taking place, there's a major concern within the region that we may be losing our biodiversity resources if governments do not collectively address them. And I think that is one of the impetus for why the center was perceived to be a very important center for among the ASEAN member countries. And
total land area of all 10 ASEAN members is 3% of Earth's surface. But the species of life on this land comprise 20% of all species on Earth. The coral reefs alone total 284,000 square kilometers. But the environmental threat to ASEAN's 648,000 species recorded in the region is as great as 2%, or 1,312 species are near extinction. While the world has specified 25 danger zones where various species are under threat of extinction, 7 of these zones are in ASEAN. Every day, ASEAN forests are shrinking, and if nothing is done to stop deforestation and destruction, soon there will be only 1/4 of the forests left, and 40% biodiversity will have disappeared. 8% of all corals in ASEAN will be destroyed. The ASEAN community will not be as fresh as when ASEAN was founded in 1967. The year 2010 is the goal for the rehabilitation and revival of nature to the ASEAN community.
We play a facilitative role in the sense that we can bring, let's say, certain efforts or activities from other parts of the region and connect it with the ASEAN member countries. The region itself is one of the most unique regions in the world in terms of biodiversity. We have 20% of the biodiversity resources that are known in the world, and that's huge. And this, because of such uniqueness, it is therefore the identity as a heritage contribution to the globe of what ASEAN has. At the moment, because of development, because of so many things, I mean, as countries move towards prosperity and that, many of these resources are also threatened. Some by tradition, some by probably not knowing that they are there, or how important they are there. So this is a major concern.
ASEAN will be clean, green, and prosperous, living in harmony with the environment. ASEAN's tradition embraces values and morality that is closely intertwined with the environment. To encourage participation in environmental conservation, ASEAN is accelerating its ASEAN Environmental Education Action Plan, or AEEAP. During 2008 to 2012, the basic education in every ASEAN country is to include environmental education and environmentally sustainable development, as well as research to standardize environmental education in every member state to ensure equitable ASEAN quality and process. These are called sustainable schools, or eco schools, or green schools. The green schools of the ASEAN community would have courses and curriculum to develop both knowledge and general practice in maintaining sustainable environment using local resources and community, leading up to sustainable environment in the city. The industrial sector must also be environmentally conscious and introduce training, scholarships, and seminars to exchange experiences at every level. They must build an ASEAN-wide Youth for Sustainable Environment network, organize the ASEAN Environmental Week, and to promote public awareness in building a sustainable environment for all. Everything that has become ASEAN reflects the development of the ASEAN socio-cultural pillars that has created a new dimension of society called the ASEAN identity. So, what is the uniqueness of ASEAN identity, the outstanding individuality of ASEAN community, and how do you create it? The ASEAN socio-cultural community blueprint declares that the ASEAN identity is the basis of Southeast Asia's regional interest. It is our collective personality, norms and values and beliefs, as well as aspirations, as one ASEAN community. ASEAN will mainstream and promote together greater awareness and common values in the spirit of unity in diversity at all levels of society. The ASEAN socio-cultural community must develop a sense of belonging, consolidate unity in diversity, and enhance deeper mutual understanding among ASEAN member states about their culture, history, region, and civilization.
Exchange of artists, exchange of cultural exchanges. These are fantastic ways of building an identity of ASEAN, although we will be retaining our respective identities, but the identity of ASEAN should also be established over and above our individual identities. Then we have a whole.
The 10 ASEAN members, in their diversity, share cultural similarities both in history and traditions, forming a precious cultural heritage. ASEAN Socio-Cultural Community Blueprint, adopted at the 14th ASEAN Summit in Cha'am, Hua Hin on the 1st of March 2009, specifies detailed action plans for the conservation of ASEAN's cultural heritage. The strategic objective of the cultural heritage preservation are: promote the conservation and preservation of ASEAN cultural heritage to ensure its continuity, to enhance awareness and understanding of the people about the unique history of the region and the cultural similarities, the differences between and among ASEAN member states, as well as to protect the distinctiveness of ASEAN cultural heritage as a whole. As for action plans, ASEAN must develop or improve national legislations and regional instruments or mechanisms to protect, preserve, and promote ASEAN cultural heritage and living traditions of each ASEAN member states by 2015. Document and manage significant ASEAN cultural heritage in a whole of ASEAN context. Undertake risk assessments and prepare emergency response plan for rescuing threatened significant cultural heritage across ASEAN. Promote ASEAN civilization studies, including through collaboration between the ASEAN Cultural Office and the members of the AUN. Promote cultural tourism and the development of related industries by establishing working relations between and among the ASEAN culture and tourism officials and the private sector. Promote capacity building, human capital, in heritage management by providing training, seminar, workshop, conferences. Undertake studies on the establishment of an ASEAN Cultural Center in each ASEAN member state, as well as ASEAN Dialogue partner countries. Preserve and develop the traditional handicraft villages and occupations in the rural areas, particularly among ethnic minority groups. Develop national capabilities in the promotion, management, and preservation of traditional and non-traditional cultural heritage, such as audio-visuals. Encourage community participation in preservation of cultural heritage through mass media. Promote the protection of cultural properties against theft, illicit and illegal trade, and trafficking, and transfer within and outside ASEAN. Promote regional cooperation on the acquisition, preservation, and use of archives. Establish effective resource center and portal for records and archives of ASEAN Secretariat. Exchange of best practices and experts in the field of archive and records management. And nurture talents and promote interactions among ASEAN scholars, artists, and heritage media practitioners to help preserve and promote ASEAN cultural diversity while fostering regional identity, as well as cultivating people awareness of ASEAN.
จุดเริ่มต้นของการก่อตั้งที่เราเป็นหนึ่งในประเทศ5ประเทศที่ก่อตั้งนะครับตอนนั้นเป้าหมายก็ชัดเจนว่าร่วมมุ่งเสริมสร้างให้เศรษฐกิจของกลุ่มประเทศอาเซียนดีขึ้นนะครับให้มีความเจริญเติบโตและกรณีของปัญหาอยากเห็นมีความมีเสถียรภาพความมั่นคงในภูมิภาคก็อีกกรณีในเรื่องของต้องการพัฒนาเรื่องของสังคมและวัฒนธรรมนะครับผมคิดว่าสิ่งเหล่านี้ที่ผ่านมา40 กว่าปีเนี่ยผมถือว่า